just chewing just generally in my life about the cycles that we find ourselves in and the greater cycles that they find themselves in, you know? Even when we think of the seasons, they're in this greater cycle of growth, a greater trajectory. And when we find ourselves in any one place, hi, welcome. We already made a spot for you. Love the shirt. When we find ourselves in any singular spot, even though it looks and maybe feels in many ways similar to where we've been. I've been in this seat before, for this class before, many times. It still feels different because we're different. Because things shift and change and flow and fly. So we'll bring some of that into our practice as we move. Everything I offer is just that, an offering. There are no obligations in this space. I'm going to make some assumptions, because I do make assumptions here and there. I'm going to assume you have enough obligations elsewhere in your life. Yeah? So maybe this practice, this next 90 minutes together, can be a place where we don't move from that place of obligation, but from something that's maybe a little bit deeper, maybe a little bit quieter, maybe a little more subtle. So everything I offer is an offering. Take what you need, leave what you don't. If ever you're in a posture and you're like, whoa, this is not the one, please call me or Melissa over, who's assisting here for class today. We've got tons of variations, options in our bag, so just please feel free to let us know if you need one. If there's one that you know and love, you're more than welcome to take it, yeah? We've got Maya here in the corner in the 200 hour. This one about to graduate 2 more weekends. She's literally observing today. So just so you know, that means observing me, so I should be the only one who feels nervous about that, not y'all. Y'all are fine. Bathrooms downstairs. We have water. Yeah. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that might be needed. Is there anything else I normally say at the beginning of these things? You think we feel good? We'll see what comes alive as we move. Yeah. Find a supportive way to be in your body. That might be sitting, and if it is sitting, I invite you to sit up on. Hi, dear. Come on in. I invite you to sit up on something so that your hips could be in line with, or maybe even just a little bit higher than your knees. That allows a little space for your hip flexors. Mo and Abby, can y'all just get up a little closer? Oh, great nails. Thank you. But if lying or sitting up isn't what feels supportive in this moment, feel free to lie down. You could start with, we'll start lying down, so it's totally up to you. So either lying down or in a supportive seat. Whatever feels right for you to start here. I don't know about y'all, but I got caught in the flood on Friday. Anyone else? That downpour was so unexpected, at least for me. And part of the reason why I have been away for so long from this class is I spend time in Bucks County now, flower farming. And in our land we have a creek, and it runs right through the middle. And I've had the honor of watching this creek for the past year and change. And on Friday, before I came to the city, the creek was passable and small, flowing and babbling. And then the rains came. And the banks of the creek expanded and expanded to hold what became a river, a flow. So as you start to settle into this moment, start to feel all of the parts of you that are connected to the earth, to your banks. You could feel your feet and parts of your legs, your hips and thighs on the ground. And if there are any shifts or adjustments you need to make with that, so that you can feel more connected, more supported by the earth, do just that. The earth holds all of the power and depth, all of the states and shifts of the oceans and waters, so she can certainly hold you too. And maybe in that knowing, in that remembering, you allow yourself to be held and something somewhere softens and widens into her unwavering support. And as you feel the earth beneath you, start to feel the air that is all around you. Maybe start to notice the difference of the temperature of the air and the temperature of your skin. Letting your awareness find the seam of your physical vessel, where you end and air begins. And air ends and you begin, find yourself here, blessed. Bless again, whatever comes next. But as you sit here for this moment, feel these two great resources, the earth beneath and the air above. And know that you are here at center, between all that has been and all that is yet to be. And you can always keep your awareness on these external resources, the ground, the air, the sounds, or if it feels right and available in this moment, you can let your awareness shift to your breath, to the fact that you are breathing. And can you just notice to start? Resist that urge to fix or change or shape, and simply notice what is. Where are you now? Where is your breath? You might notice where it likes to hover, or float, or flutter. And you might start to notice that by simply shifting your awareness to your breath itself starts to shift naturally. In that way, that energy goes towards where awareness flows. And all water has perfect memory, heading back to where it was. So too, your breath moves in through your nose to the back of your throat, down to your depths. And as you exhale, it returns. Breath moves through, up and out. And as you follow that path, that flow, that stream within you, start to invite your breath a little lower down, to the lower lobes of your lungs. Maybe you notice your belly rise and fall in a different way. Every inhalation draws you inward, through your heart to your depths. Every exhale gathers from the earth through your heart and offers back up and out. This practice of yoga, at least here, is in service to your breath first and foremost. Your breath that can only ever be in the present moment, no matter the churning, the spiraling, the cycles we find ourselves in. And as we move through our practice, it will not be so linear. It will follow the flows and curves that we see in nature and in our lives. And your invitation is to remember where you are with your breath and how you choose to engage. Take a deep breath in, down, and wide. Complete breath up and out. That sounded needed maybe one more just like that. Your inhale, in, down, wide. Maybe even sigh this one out, let it go. Okay. One more just like that. Close your lips. Let your breath return in and out through your nose. you let your head roll in that direction. It's up to you how big the big gets, yeah? It's up to you how much water you put into the banks of your creek. And start to let that movement slow towards a stillness. And then start to make some little circles in the other direction. Start small. And then let that grow. Using these small to medium to big movements to reawaken. When your head comes back to center, step. If you're laying down, lay down. If you're sitting up, come to lay down. Head towards the front of the room. Knees bent, feet flat on the floor. If you're not facing the front of the room, that's fine. Stay where you are. Don't need to do a whole 360 or 180 or whatever it is. But do have your knees bent. Do have your feet flat on the floor. And feel the earth connecting to you in this way. Offer your awareness back to and through your breath. An inhale down and wide. Exhale up and out. As you inhale, can you breathe into the back of your body, the part of you touching the earth? And as you exhale, can you offer it towards the sky and towards each other? Have your fingertips right down by your sides. The next time you inhale, start to reach both of your arms overhead. And as you exhale, start to take your arms down by your sides. Again, your inhale, arms overhead. Your exhale, arms by your sides. Starting to link breath and movement here. Letting each inhale and each exhale gently precede each side of the stretch. You're not going very far. Actually, we're traversing back and forth over the same ground, the same air, but it's not very far, right? So something will probably have to slow down your breath or the movement. And maybe notice where you go when you start to slow down. Is it welcome? Is there resistance? Is there something in between? Now the next time your arms are overhead, no rush. You can keep them overhead. Reach through your fingers, reach through your thumbs. Take a big breath in through your nose. And as you exhale, draw your right knee towards your chest. Take your hands to the top of your right knee. Maybe give yourself a little hug, a little circle. Yeah, like what's there, you know? We'll find out. Or not. And then the next time you exhale, drop your right foot to the mat. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, left knee into your chest. Give yourself a little hug. Hi, friends on the camera. Sorry, I'm coming back. I forgot. I'm glad you're here. And the next time you exhale, left foot down, both arms overhead as you inhale. And let's just make that a little march. As you exhale, right knee to chest, give yourself a hug. As you exhale, right foot to mat, inhale, arms overhead. Your exhale, left knee to chest, give yourself that hug. Exhale. As you inhale, arms up. Exhale, right knee in. Your inhale to expand, foot to mat. Exhale, knee to chest. Your next inhale, arms overhead. Your next exhale, right knee to chest, but this time take your hands behind your right thigh. Yeah, and go to the meaty part, less the knee. And if your hands don't touch, use a strap. It'll just close that Maybe flex and point. We're starting with a gentle rain. I know we had the floods on Friday. We'll start with a gentle rain here. Rebend your right leg, put your right foot back on the mat, bend your left knee into your chest, hands around the back of your left thigh. Press your thigh into your hands, start to hug your heel towards your butt like you could squish your own fingers, and then as you inhale, extend your left leg up towards the sky. As you exhale, curl in, heel to butt. As you inhale, expand to sky. A few more times just like this. And when you've had your fill, left leg can stay long towards the sky. It doesn't need to go all the way straight, especially if you tend to hyperextend, a little band. And maybe some ankle circles left and right. And left foot onto the mat, widen your feet wider than your hips. One more thing before we get up and continue to move. Take your arms out into cactus, back to the palms on the earth. Find your breath once again. It's still here. As you inhale, take a breath in. As you exhale, let your knees fall over to the right. You can widen your feet a little bit. It'll be a little more rotation through the hips. Your inhale, knees through center. Exhale, knees over to the other side. And keep going like that. Big surprise. Side to side. Maybe continuing to check in on the resource of the earth beneath you as you feel how your hips shift. Knees fall to one side, the other hip gets light on earth. And that process, that cycle repeats itself once again. Now the next time your knees fall over to your favorite side, roll all the way onto your favorite side. Start to take yourself up to tabletop position, all fours. That quadruped, hands and knees. Take a moment and check in with your connection to the earth. See that your wrists are underneath your shoulders. Point your fingers face straight ahead, or maybe even turn out just a little bit. Spread your fingers wide like the rays of the sun, who I missed so much. I'm glad it's here. And press the inner edge of your hand down so much so the heels of your hands can get light. Keep that as you look back at your knees directly under your hips. And if you can see your feet on the inside or outside of your legs, just make them go away. Now keep all of that. They're still there. Just I know it's like a little concern. It's like they could go away, but I like them. Start to hug your hands towards one another. Keep that, find your breath. Inhale down and wide. Exhale up and out. Again, inhale into the memory of the earth that was once under your back. And as you exhale, find length from hips to armpits. Another inhale to make space. Exhale, start to round in towards your heart, take it into cat. Wait for your breath. When it comes, inhale, let belly drop, heart tilt, gaze to the sky for cow. And keep moving like this. Your exhale to round. Your inhale to arch. Maybe you soften your gaze or close your eyes a little bit. Or in some way or another, turn inward. Notice your body calling for more organic movement, like one shoulder, one hip away from one another. Maybe hips back towards your heels. Maybe some circular motions through your rib cage and pelvis. Taking a little time to check into your little plot of earth, your body, through which the eternal flows. Come back to tabletop position. Walk your hands 2 or 3 handprints out in front of you, and then do one more, because you probably did like 1.5. Take your hands 1 handprint wider, take up more space. As you press your hands down, lift your armpits up. As you exhale, shift your hips back, puppy pose or quarter dog. If at any point during class, downward facing dog is where you don't need to be, know that puppy pose, table pose are all here for you as transitions, home base. As you press your hands down, hug your hands towards when I lift your armpits up towards the sky. Feel energy move from the earth through your arms, that place in between your shoulder blades. From that place at the back of your heart, press your hands down and forward. Get long from fingertips to armpits, armpits to hips. Take an inhale through your nose. Exhale at the front of your heart, soften towards the earth. Claw your fingertips into the earth. Inhale, ripple forward, shoulders over wrists, plank on your knees. Exhale, shift your hips back, puppy pose. Inhale forward, plank on your knees. Option to lift your knees up here. No extra yoga points, we're doing the last one the teacher said. As you exhale back to puppy or downward facing dog. A few flows like this. Your inhale ripples forward. Your exhale flows back. The waters come and recede. The next time you inhale forward, stay. Press your hands, your knees, your toes down into the earth, so much so you feel your heart lift away from the earth. Start to look forward without losing connection to your belly. Start to bring the very bottom of your heart forward. Take an inhale. As you exhale, bend your elbows lower all the way down onto the mat. Untuck your toes. Set up for cobra pose. If your hands are underneath your shoulders, slide them back a little bit. If your thumbs are touching your body, take them wider. Maybe even turn them out a little bit. As you press your feet down, press your hands down. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, lower. Press your feet down, your hands down. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, lower. 3 more times, riding the wave of your breath, not my voice. Then after you've done your 3, or you just lost count, that's also fine. Come all the way back down. Slide your hands by your heart. Press yourself up to table pose. Spread your fingers wide. Take your right hand behind your head. Now, if this doesn't feel great on your shoulder, you can take your right hand to your right hip. Now, wherever you are, inhale, big breath in, reach the crown of the head towards the front of the room. Exhale, let it go. Then as you inhale, start to unfurl, open your heart, your elbow to the right. As you exhale, right elbow can come in anywhere on your left arm. You might tap wrist, you might tap elbow, or somewhere else. Your inhale to unfurl. Your exhale to curl inch. And what would it feel like for your hips to be heavy like earth and stable, but upper body to be like water and unfurl? After your next time, drop your right hand to meet the mat. Go right toes long behind you, toes curled under. Press your hands down and forward. Reach back into your right heel. Little calf stretch. I guess little is really up to you. It might feel big. There's a lot back there. Now slide your shoulders over your wrists. Spread your fingers wide. Really glue down through your left hand and spin your right heel to the mat. Right arm to the sky, side plank variation. Your left foot might want to kickstand a little bit behind you. Totally cool. But as you press down through your right hand, can you take your right shoulder up and back in space? That's the way. Flip your top palm towards the front of the room, and then option to take arm low overhead, press back through right foot as you reach through right fingertips. And then it's like you're trying to spiral yourself around yourself, come through back to tabletop position. Right knee to the mat. Oh, that's the thing I say. If there are any questions at any point, what did you say? Why did you say that? Why would you make me do this? Shout them out at any time. That's the thing. Left toes long behind, toes long come under. Press back into your left heel. I have had the why would you make me do that? No, that question. It's a good question. We should ask more of them. And then spread your right hand wide, inrotate your right hand down, spin your left heel to the mat. Inhale, left fingertips to the sky, little side plank, second side. Nice. And the right shoulder likes to go down and forward here. You know, we're all good at this little tickety stuff. So what does it feel like to find the length through the sides of the waist, shoulders up and back, head back. Top palm towards the front of the room. You can take it low, press through your back foot and top fingertips, and then wrap yourself around yourself to come back to tabletop position, downward facing dog. Anyone have a little stuff stuck in here? Yeah, life. In your downward facing dog, you can pedal your feet side to side. You can take your hands up onto blocks. And then in your own time, let that settle into something like stillness. Big bend in the legs. And as you press your hands down and forward, lift your hips up and back. Start to look forward, start to walk forward, and to meet yourself at the top of your mat. Take your feet wider than your hips, knees and toes face straight ahead. Bend your knees so much, belly and chest can get heavy towards thighs. Slide your hands behind your head. Elbows wrap a little bit forward here. Now as you press down into your feet, hug your legs towards one another like you had a big giant block between your thighs. Now keep that hugging in and try and press your heels towards the person behind you. You might feel the back of your legs light up a little bit. Now keep all of that. Take an inhale, press your head up into your hands to come all the way up to stand. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands to heart. Feel your heartbeat. Remember your breathing. Remember your feet are right here on the ground. If ever the swirling of life, the practice, all of it, tries to float you away, these three resources are always here for you. Take an inhale through your nose. Big exhale, let it go. Fingertips by your side, shake it out a little bit. Find one of your tune-up balls. And if you don't have one, let us know, we can get you one. You also only need one, so maybe share with a neighbor. Resource sharing, vitally important these days. If you have any foot, ankle stuff going on, go with the foot that you don't have it going on with. Place the tune-up ball on the floor. Place the center of your foot onto the tune-up ball and start to just gently press down. Oh my goodness, okay. And then start to roll towards your big toe ball mount. So not the big toe itself, but that little pad right in front of it. Take an inhale. And exhale, press down. The great thing about the self-massage work is that you get to control the pressure. So if you go somewhere that is so intense that you lose connection to the breath, the neuromuscular feedback loop that you're making is one of more tension and stress, which is not why I think you came to yoga. Again, assumptions. Yeah? So always give yourself that permission to back that. Now kick your foot forward just a little bit. So the tune-up ball is like 3 centimeters back. That's a joke. Who knows what 3 centimeters is? You know what I mean. Just a touch. You find a different spot. Inhale through your nose. Let it go. And then start to roll from big toe ball mount to little toe ball mount. Pause at your little toe ball mount, press, breathe. Little toe ball mount to the center of your heel. At the center of your heel, you can press down up to you how much pressure you put there. Maybe you get light on your other foot. Maybe you wear it like a little high heel shoe. Your own little kitten heel of myofascial release. And then foot down on the mat. If you lift it from the center of your heel back to your big toe ball mount, you just made a little triangle on the bottom of your foot. Those are your 3 arches. Just fun fact. There's no quiz or anything after unless you're in TT. Go to the center of your foot, press down, and go side to side. And then have both feet on the ground. then put a bend in your legs, feet hip width distance apart. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hinge at the hips, fold fingertips to blocks or floor, forward bend. And now notice, did that difference from right to left travel anywhere beyond where it started? Is there a little difference in your calves, thighs, hips? Little yoga spoiler alert, but we're interconnected in our bodies and as a greater collective. And anytime we feel like our actions aren't making a difference, wow, we can come to this practice and notice that they do. Press down through both feet, inhale, reach both arms up towards the sky. Exhale, hands through heart, second side, left foot, or other foot. Just roll out the bottom of your foot. One of those places that I feel like get so overlooked, you know? We spend so much time on them. They do so much for us. Offer those places that are often overlooked a little bit of care. You can roll towards your big toe ball mound and press down. Hello. Anyone feeling the difference between side to side here? Okay, I'm not alone. Okay. I'm going to kick your foot forward just a little bit, an inch or two. Find another spot. Press down. Breathe. And then from big toe ball mound to little toe ball mound. Go side to side. Pause at little toe ball mound. Press down. Little toe ball mound to the center of your heel. Or a little self-massage kitten heel. As much weight onto that foot as you'd like or not like. Center of your heel to your big toe ball mound once again. From the very center of your foot, press down like you're reducing an orange side to side. Both feet on the earth. Inhale, arms up. As you exhale, bend and legs, hinge at hip, fold. Bend as much as you need to find your tune-up balls and put the one back in its little sleeve so it doesn't roll around. Then once your tune-up balls are secure, take your hands onto floor or blocks at any height. Step your left leg long behind you, find your lunge. Take a moment, feet on the ground, see that they are hip width distance apart. No need to put yourself on a tightrope. And then before you go anywhere, hug your legs front to back, even side to side. Inhale, get long through the crown of your head. Right thumb into right hip crease, tack your right hip back. Inhale, get long. Exhale, start to twist your heart towards the brick wall. Now look at your left shoulder. Did it try and come with you? What does it feel like to take your left shoulder up towards your ear and then slide your left shoulder back towards the back of your heart? Keep that option, right fingertips towards the sky. Option to flip your top palm towards the front of the room. Take your arm low overhead. And start to close your chest down towards the mat. Both hands onto blocks. Start to walk to the left, wide-legged forward fold. Facing the flat wall. Yeah, you might have to like negotiate with neighbors. The head to butt ratio is tight. That's all right. On your next inhale, lift halfway, heart forward, head forward. Exhale, bow into yourself. If you have that tendency to lock out your knees, do put a little bend. That's the way. You might even take your hands behind your calves and go to the meaty part of your calves and use your hands to press your calves forward in space. It's like you're bending your knees because you kind of are. Now keep the shins pressing forward and press the top of your thighs back. And you feel how that moves your legs past or towards straight, but not past. Maybe nod your head yes. Shake your head no. Open and close your jaw. Drop your hands down to meet the mat. Find your blocks if you took them with you. Come back through your lunge towards the top of the mat. Hug your legs towards other. Inhale, rise up. Now feel your right foot on the ground. Press your right foot down and drag it back. Feel the back of your right leg light up. Soft bend in your left leg. One step or many, come all the way up. Left knee into chest. Right hand onto left knee. Left arm up, big breath in. Exhale, start to twist back. Left fingertips behind you. Inhale through center, both arms up. Left foot to the mat, big breath in. Exhale, fold. Nod your head yes. Shake your head no. Open and close your jaw. Did it just get darker in here? Okay, cool, again, not just me, it's fine. So if your right leg long behind you, lunge, second side. Yeah, okay, cool. Hug your legs towards one another. Create strength and stability through your lower body. Left hand to left hip crease. Wrap your left hip back. Inhale, big breath in. Exhale, twist your heart towards the flat wall. Notice if your right shoulder wanted to roll down and forward on you, what would it feel like to let right shoulder slide up and back in space? Does that make sense? Maybe left fingertips to the sky, maybe not. Left palm forward, maybe arm long overhead. Then try to do a big crescent shape as you turn your chest down towards the mat. Come through your lunge. Walk to the right, wide-legged forward, fold side two. Okay. This will be some, we're in South Philly, you know, we got the row homes, we know how to be close to one another. Okay, cool. So keep your hips and ankles in the same line. Keep your lower body in this wide leg forward fold. Walk your hands out in front of you like you were doing a downward facing dog. Hands could be on blocks or floor. Now as you press your hands down, lift your armpits up. And as you exhale, start to walk your right hand towards your left foot, your left leg, anywhere that you can find. So you're wrapping yourself around yourself. Your own little spiral. And as you press your left hand down, lift your left armpit up. And start to bend both elbows. Maybe you look more under your left armpit. Notice if your hips wanted to twist with you, what does it feel like to keep them at center? Your next inhale, untwist. Right arm back to that downward facing dog shape. Inhale, lift your armpits up. Exhale, twist towards the right. Left fingertips find the floor near your right foot, or anywhere on your right leg. As you bend your elbows, start to look more under your right armpit. Take one more breath. Your next inhale, untwist. Your exhale, bow into yourself. Turn inward. So turn your left toes to the front of the room. Come through your lunge. Take your blocks with you if you brought them. Hug your legs towards center. Inhale, rise up. Press your left foot down. Drag your left foot back. Soft bend in your back leg. Press down into your left foot. One step or many. Come all the way up. Left hand onto right thigh. You can always take a block under your toes for added support. Inhale, get low. Exhale, twist your heart back. If you feel a weeble, a wobble in your standing leg, that means you're alive, so congrats. Inhale, come through center. Exhale, both feet on the ground, shake it out. Yeah, that can be a happy dance. A happy dance for both feet on the ground. We'll move towards a standing thigh stretch. If you want the wall for balance, just grab the wall. Left knee and toes underneath you. Shift your weight into your left leg, bend your right leg. Right hand to reach back to find foot. Pant leg, strap. Get what you got with what you got. Notice that tendency for the knees to want to splay wide. What does it feel like to hug that imaginary block between your legs? Notice if the weight of your foot is weighing you down. Big breath in, shoulder up and back. As you hug your hand into your foot, kick your foot back into your hand. Breathe. Oh yeah, that thing. Left foot to the mat, shake it out. And start to shift your weight into your right leg, bend in your left knee. Hand to reach back to find foot, pant leg strap. So you might feel the swirling, the movement of being on less than stable ground. Maybe you let your eyes find something in front of you that's not moving to settle your gaze. gently release, left foot to the mat. Inhale, lift your right knee up to your chest. Soften in your standing legs, slow motion, take it all the way back to a lunge. That's the way. Spin your back heel to the mat, inhale, arms up, let's go warrior two. Notice if you're reaching through the front of your body. We have that tendency, anyone get a little anxious sometimes to reach towards what quite hasn't happened yet? What did it feel like to reach back through your back fingertips? Feel your head, your heart, your guts, your hips all in one line. Keep that as you soften into front leg. Flip front palm towards the sky, sail back, reverse warrior. Right hand can find hip or thigh. And then press your left leg towards straight. Inhale, come up through center. Exhale, left fingertips to floor or block, triangle pose. Option to keep your hand exactly as it is. Option to take your hand onto your hip. Or option to take your hand behind your head like we did in that little table twisty thing. Wrap your elbow pit up forward. Take a big breath in, get long. Press your head back into your hands and start to lean back over your heart. And then top arm can come low. Wrap yourself around yourself, come back through your lunge. Plant your hands to the mat. Take it back to a three-legged dog. Left leg high to the sky. Bend your knee, open your hip. Maybe some little ankle or knee circles here. Inhale, left leg long. Exhale, step your left foot outside your left hand for a lizard lunge. Blocks on any height. Back knee can stay lifted or back knee can come to the earth. Wherever you are, hug your legs towards one another. Think back thigh back. Front thigh down. Breathe. Option to stay as you are, or option to walk your hands down to the mat and start to walk your left foot, heel toe it back and turn it out. Come onto the outer edge of your back foot. Inhale, left arm up. Side plank variation. Oh, you're doing it. And you can do the side plank, you have your feet switched. But we also did another side plank.
Yeah.
Perfect. We also did another side plank variation. You can take. Option to step your left foot on top of your right. That's the way. Option to lift your left foot up and step it behind you. Oh, catch yourself. Option to step your left foot in front of your right foot. Take your top arm low. Turn this into one arm plank pose. Knees down. Questions? Is he okay here? No. What does it look like? Do you want to see?
Yeah.
Would that be helpful? Yeah, this is a throwback. Maybe those in the back corner remember the one arm plank days. Yeah, we got a head nod? Okay, so it's a real thing. So. I am kind of fucking with you. Yeah, I'm not. Because this practice, it's not like, and this isn't for the sake of just like the cause, just to make shapes. In some ways, yeah, a little bit. But sometimes when we're in these cycles, when we're in these little circles, it's helpful to have something unfamiliar or something to kind of help us find a new path, a new way of being. In these poses, and it's been really interesting as someone who's taken a break from doing really dynamic asana, to come back to it and really remember the value. Where do I go when I'm like, what the fuck is happening? Where does my mind go? Where does my breath go? What tenses? What's still available? And what a joy and what a gift to be able to get to know that here on the mat, so that maybe if we get really lucky and we practice when we go back out into the world and we're in those oh shit moments, we know we've had a little bit of practice of knowing where does my breath go? Where does my mind go? So, it's a little bit of a shit flow. Me too. That's okay. It's a lot of spiraling and flowing. Lizard lunge. Knees and toes just kind of in the same-ish direction, yeah? So if they're both straight, cool, both turned out, cool. Just kind of keeping that congruence. And then lift back knee up. This foot will slide back almost halfway down your mat. Back heel up. Side plank variation. Option to stay here. This is a lot to do. Option to come into your side plank. Another side plank. Option to step behind. And here it is. Here. Press down through the bottom hand. And then heels rotate towards the sky. Wrap around yourself. One arm plank pose. And it takes this, like, what does it take for us to be able to expand and contract, to be in that spunda, that constant pulsation? How do we deal with the floods? How do we deal with the little babbling stream? And it's not to say that this, not to say, oh, you do handstand or wheel or whatever pose it is, and now you found enlightenment. We know this is a little bit more subtle, a little more of a metaphor. Yeah? Questions on that? Conundrums? Did it help to see? Are we like, we're ready for Shavasana? That too? Let's do it. Downward facing dog. With the memory that you can take all of this, you can take none of this. You can leave right now if you need to. Do you? But wherever you are, however you are, notice where you are. And maybe even notice what came up. In doing that, in seeing that, in all of it. A long breath in, complete breath out. Inhale, right leg high to the sky. Exhale, step through. And then step your other foot forward, come to the top of your mat, because that's not how we started this whole thing. Inhale, lift halfway up. Exhale, fold. Ground into your feet. Inhale, come all the way up. Bend your left leg into your chest. Soft bend in your standing legs, slow motion. Take it all the way back. Is this the same side? Swing your back heel to the mat, warrior two. No, I just said second side. Wow, please clap. No, I'm just kidding. You don't have to clap, that was a joke. Sorry, there are a lot of yoga teacher trainings in the room, and we had a little inside to now outside joke about please clap. So I say it a lot now. Warrior two. Both feet on the ground. Pierce in the body. The being and the inquiry of who am I, where am I, and what happens as I cycle and spiral. Take a long breath in. A long breath out. Notice what comes to the surface in the silence. Plant your hands, downward facing dog. A little bit left in us. A little gas in the tank. Take it or leave it. You can always come back to the flow that we had at the very beginning with arms overhead. Inhale, right leg high to the sky. Exhale, step your right foot forward, through, in between your hands. Pop your blocks up onto your highest setting. Scoot your back foot in a little bit. Now your right foot is going to become your foundation. See that knees and toes are facing straight ahead. So we don't headbutt each other. Walk your blocks way out in front of you. Start to get more weight into your right leg, and then as you flex your left foot, lift your left heel towards, in line with your left hip. Look down or around your body, see your left toes. And if they're turning open towards the outer edge of your mat, what does it feel like to wrap them straight down? Hug your left leg towards center. Eke your blocks just another inch or two out in front of you. Press your hands down, feel your low ribs lift up. Stay exactly as you are, or right hand to right hip again. Hug your right hip back. Inhale, get long. As you exhale, wrap yourself around yourself, heart towards the brick wall. Maybe right fingertips to the sky. Maybe not. Revolve, half moons. Your inhale, untwist, hands onto blocks. Take it all the way back to your lunge. Plant your hands. Three-legged dog. Bend your knee, open your hips. Option to stay as you are. Option to come high onto your right fingertips. Option to float your right fingertips. Option to step your top leg behind you. Slow motion, mindful of any props. Press through your bottom arm, lift your heart towards the sky. And wrap around your heart, come back to downward facing dog. I didn't know that was a signal. Great job, that was great. Knees to the mat. Any questions, conundrums on that one? A little revolved half moon surprise. But maybe you can see or feel in your body how we've been moving in that direction, that opening, that gradual opening. I mean, I think that looked all beautiful. And what I think I love the most is that everyone was moving in their own way, your own time, your own discernment. Side two. We have two of them. So we're halfway there. Downward facing dog. Inhale your left leg high to the sky. Exhale, find your lunge. Hands onto blocks, maybe on their highest height. Scoot your back foot in a little bit. Walk your blocks way out in front of you. Start to press down into your left knee and toes and start to lift your right foot off the ground. It doesn't matter how high it goes, but can it be engaged? Can it be a choice? Can it be active here? Yes, toes face straight down towards the mat, that's the way. And then stones, think inner thigh is what lifts the leg. You feel that? And you can walk your blocks a little out in front of you. Press down into your hands, feel your front ribs lift up, take a breath in. Left hand to left hip. As you exhale, big breath in to lift. As you exhale, twist your heart towards the flat wall. Trisha, think midline with the back leg. More. That's the way you feel that? Yes. Your next inhale, untwist. Hands to the blocks, walk it all the way back to your lunge. Plant your hands, three-legged dog. Bend your knees, stack your hips. Option to stay as you are. Option to get light on left fingertips. Option to float or step your left foot behind. As you press into your right hand, think heart towards sky. Beautiful. Make your way back through. Downward facing dog. Child's pose or laying on your belly. Oh my gosh, we did like 2 challenges this whole time. We're good? Okay, cool. I was like, oh, we can do something else, but maybe not. Whether you're in child's pose or laying on your belly, start to walk your hands towards the top right-hand corner of the room, making a little crescent shape from hips to fingertips. Press your left hand down. Press your left hip down. Take a big breath in, all into your left side body. Take yourself through center. To the top left-hand corner. Press down through your right hand. Heavy through your right hip and thigh. Breathe all into right side body. Take yourself back through center. Make your way onto your back, head towards the front of the room, knees bent, feet flat on the floor. Feet wider than your hips. Maybe arms into that cactus shape. Your inhale. As you exhale, knees over to the right. Next time you inhale, knees through center, maybe over to the left. Again, inhale, knees through center and over to the right. You might scooch your left foot a little to the left on your mat. That might change your sensation of the inner rotation of your left thigh. You might take your right outer back through center. Take your arms long overhead. Reach your toes towards the back of the room. Take a breath in and a breath out. Again, your inhalation. And this time as you exhale, draw your knees into your belly. Give yourself a hug. Wrap yourself around yourself once again. Maybe rock side to side, forward or back. Small half circles on your low back. Or happy baby. Any variation that works for you. Knees wide, hands to knees. Hands to calves. Ankles, outer edges of feet. And any last cooling poses that you know you need, now is the time. Before you start to set up for Shavasana, I would suggest or encourage maybe some propping underneath your knees. You could take your 2 blocks, bring the short edges to touch, and then roll up your blanket to place right on top of your 2 blocks. Elbow underneath your knees. If you have a bolster, you might go bolster with blanket roll. You might do something else you know and love. You might say, I have no idea, and raise a hand, and I'll come over. My work has been called artisanal napping before, so if you'd like your artisanal Shavasana, now is the moment. And know that Shavasana can look differently. It might be laying flat on your back. You might roll onto your side for a variation of Shavasana, side lying. Do you need anything? Any props? A rock, okay. You might come up to sit. It's up to you. You're not obligated to stay in this posture the whole time. This is not a forced assimilation into stillness, but an invitation of softening towards rest. And if that stillness is not restful for you in this way, you can shift. You can flow. Even if it doesn't look or feel linear to the outside. I'll use my voice to gently guide your awareness during a portion of this extended Shavasana. Know that you are always welcome to tune me out at any time. Know that there will be a time when my voice fades towards silence, but I'm still here. We are still holding space. For your rest, your flow. The flow of the eternal in you, as you, through you, and because of you. Flood is the word they use. But in fact, it is not flooding. It is remembering. All water has perfect memory. And is forever trying to get back to where it was. And so too, the eternal is here with us, in us, through us. to be remembered. Remember the feeling of the earth beneath you. Find all of the points of contact between you and the earth. Your heels, your hips, the back of your heart, the back of your hands, the back of your head. Feel all of these points of contact. Feel all of these points of connection. Feel all of these points of connection between you and the earth all at once. Heels, hips, hands, heart, head. And the next time your physical body exhales, let these points of connection soften and widen into the earth beneath you. Into the floor, the frame of this building, the foundation below, the many layers of soil and root, mycelium and mineral, all the way down to the fiery core of the earth beneath us. Generative and warm, unseen. That same luminosity resides within you. The next time your physical body inhales, you might sense drawing that warmth, that luminosity up through the many layers of earth into your very being. You might feel the air all around you. And maybe sense into the expansive nature of the sky beyond that. And as you locate yourself here, between these great elements, the sky above, the earth beneath, notice the breath, the air, the prana moving through you. Because of you. You might start to notice the length of your next breath in, the length of your next breath out. And if one side is shorter than the other, maybe you invite that shorter side to flow just as long as the longer side, making both sides of the breath a little more even. You might start to notice just your exhales. You might start to count your exhales backwards from the number 18. going. You might make it down to 0. You might lose count. Either way, start again at the number 18. Wherever you find yourself in the count, let that fade away. Let any effort, any shaping of the breath dissolve. Let your breath flow as freely, as effortlessly as the unobstructed stream. As you let your body breathe. Let your body be breathed. As the front of your body softens to the back of your body. The back of your body softens into the unwavering support of the earth beneath you. Who holds all the power and depth, all the states and shifts of the ocean, so she can hold you too. Rest here. Awareness wants to wander. You could anchor it on the feeling of the ground beneath you, or the air moving through you. open to the air above and around. And remember that you are breathing here and now. Sense your next inhalation could be received through every pore on your skin. And your next exhalation could be released through every fiber of your being. And as you begin to intentionally re-engage with your breath, let your breath begin to call you back down to earth. Call you back from the earth. Place you back in the here and now. This moment between all that has been, all that is yet to be, where you were placed with purpose, here in this cycle within the many. Start to let your tongue move clockwise in your mouth. Let your fingertips begin to graze across the tops of whatever it is they're touching, your clothing, the floor, each other. Start to bring a little wiggle back into your toes. Let these seemingly small movements expand into your ankles and wrists. Let your head gently roll a little side to side. Take any movements, any layer of your being requires to reawaken. The next time you inhale, you could reach your arms straight up towards the sky or overhead. As you exhale, wrap your arms around yourself to give yourself a hug. A moment of holding yourself, your edges and your center. A moment of being held. You might even turn to blow or give each shoulder a little kiss, a little thank you to this body, this vessel that has carried you through this practice, and through every day so far. Your next inhale, arms up. Next exhale, knees to belly for a hug. Maybe a little rock side to side, forward and back. Small circles on your low back. And start to roll over onto your right side, pausing here for just one more moment. A little pause before the storm of heading back into the world. A little pause to remember the ground beneath you, the breath moving through you, the luminosity that is you. Using just the effort needed, press down into the earth, press yourself up to and through a seat, maybe up onto one of the props. Hands come together in front of your heart, onto your heart, or anywhere on your body that feels like center to you. We'll seal in our time together, this practice, with one more collective breath. Your next inhalation, in, down, and wide. Next exhalation, up, through, and out. As you bow to your heart, bow to your center, bow to yourself, and bow towards each other. May all beings everywhere know joy, liberation, and be free from suffering. And may our practice and our purpose on and off the mat support and fight wholeheartedly for that joy and liberation for all. You can start to rub your hands back and forth, back and forth, back and forth until you feel a warmth of friction between your two hands. Take an inhale. Exhale, warm hands cover your eyes. Invite in both the warmth and also the cooling and generative darkness. As you slowly let your hands start to fade away from your face, notice what light filters in behind your open or closed eyes. And keeping one arrow of your awareness in towards your heart, the true teacher. Slowly begin to blink open or widen your eyes. Let the light of the room, the light of one another, back into your vision. Thank you so very much for being here, for choosing to do this together on a Sunday morning. My name is Adriana. Maybe I'll see you around. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your Sunday. Drink water. Bye. I don't know how to end other than Gigi. Bye.